Hey folks, Anthony here with Minijet Inc. with another long-form turnkey video. Here, we have a great new Minijet Ambush loaded with some awesome custom features for this customer. I want to walk you through this boat, talk to you about some of the standard equipment, some of the unique things we've done, and go over what makes this boat really unique in the market. Minijet Ambush is one of our smallest complete turnkey models. Its starting price is $49,995 Canadian, or around $35,000 US. For that starting price, you get a fully built 11-foot boat, 2 seats, a Rotax 130 horsepower engine, although this one's been upgraded, we'll get to that, and our regular sort of hull features and accessories. We have our 1/4-inch bottom standard on all Minijet Ambush models, our 4 box section stringers and 3 additional center stringers included standard in this model. Every single Minijet Ambush gets the same lifting strakes, pump guards at the back, chine guards. We're trying to build this as a really robust, complete package that's still accessible and affordable to a lot of people. What sets the Minijet Ambush apart from some of our other models, like the Minijet Cub, is the customizations that we can throw at this. Where the Minijet Cub is limited to 1 engine choice, the Ambush here can suit anything from the Sea-Doo Spark motor at the low end, Rotax 130, 170, 230, 300, or 325 horsepower engines, and it's also large enough and capable enough to support Yamaha and Kawasaki options as well. We've designed this boat to suit all those engines in a wide range of conditions, and that's part of what makes it so unique. After that, we can throw anything you want at this boat in terms of different seat options, steering options, trim control options, reverse control options, flashy vinyl wrap, unique decking. All these are the things that we love to do for customers to make their boats unique and make them special and make them fit their needs. For this customer in particular, we'll start at the front and we'll walk our way back on some of the items. Up at the nose here, we've opted for our standard recessed LED front driving lights. These are 2 waterproof pod lights on the 2 front sides. They are a floodlight, meaning they cast a really wide view of the river in front of you. And we like to mount them down in these integrated pockets because it places them below the bow line and places them forward of where you're looking at the boat. Sometimes you'll see customers place lights up here on the windscreen. It's an easy spot to put them, but the light tends to bounce off the front deck and come back and blind you. By placing the lights down in this area, they're a lot more protected and better for driving at night, not going to blind you as the driver. After that, we've included some front-mounted grab rails on this boat. These are bolt-on stainless steel versions, nice and shiny. We do also offer weld-on aluminum grab rails in a similar size. This spot is a great place for grab rails because if you get the nose of the boat stuck somewhere, it's a great position to really reef on it and pull yourself out of trouble. These are also great if you want to strap down some equipment to the front deck, say a cooler or a bag here, run the ratchet straps over it. It's going to hold that equipment down for you. After that, the Minijet Ambush comes standard with our solid aluminum low-profile windscreen. This is great for sneaking under bridges, low-hanging branches, and just giving you a really good line of sight forward in the boat. This design does help to kick the wind up over your head a little bit, giving you a protected driving experience. Not nearly as protective as the high-profile windscreens on the Minijet Frontier or the Minijet Rover or the Defender, but still a great option. I personally really like the look of this setup. It's what's on my boat. Inside the cockpit, we get to a couple different customizations for this customer as well. We fitted our full 6-position billet switch panel there in the middle with all the different controls required to get this boat running. That's our lights, our bilge pump, our blower fan, start-stop button, stuff like that. Above the switch panel, we have our gauge cluster. This gauge cluster is specific to this 300 horsepower Rotax engine that's installed in here, and that's going to give you all the critical information. You control that gauge cluster with all the controls that are mounted here on the steering wheel. We have our menu controls as well as our cruise control and speed controls mounted here. For this particular installation, a customer has asked us to do both a finger throttle and a foot throttle to give them 2 driving options. We've accomplished that on this boat. A finger throttle here mounted on the right-hand side of the steering wheel with our universal cable-style finger lever. And then down in the center of the kick plate, we've also integrated a foot throttle to give the customer the option, both options of control in this boat. This is a double mechanical system that controls 1 electronic throttle sensor, so safer and a little bit more redundant as a controls option for this customer. On this boat, we've also fitted it with an aftermarket trim nozzle, trimmable posi nozzle that gives better control and a bigger rooster tail at the back. And instead of Using the regular Sea-Doo IBR controls, we've adapted it to a manual set of electronic trim controls. The 2 trim control buttons here are mounted on the steering wheel as well. You can bump those with your thumb while you're driving. Should give the customer a lot of great options to control this boat and get it going down the water. On the left side of the dash there, we have also equipped it with a manual trim indicator that's connected to the nozzle as well and shows you the position of the nozzle, up, down, ton of fun. After that, we've gone for a set of high back suspension bucket seats. In our typical builds, we go for a lower backrest, but this customer wanted a higher setup with some belts, so these were the seats that we chose in place of that. Still offers the same great seating and benefits and comfort and suspension as our regular models, but just a taller back and a better fit for the seat belts. Behind that, we've integrated this seat belt mounting bar, or roll bar, whatever you want to call it, as the mount for these shoulder belts, as well as some rear protective structure on the boat here. I don't think you want to roll this boat over. I'm hesitant to call this a crash bar or a protective structure, but it serves the purpose for the seat belts and the aesthetics and the general function that this customer's after. Behind that, we have our engine. Installed in this boat is a 300 horsepower Rotax engine. Supercharged 1.6 liter 3-cylinder, a ton of fun. It's going to push this boat well into the 60-mile-an-hour range and be a ton of fun on the water. This has been a really popular engine choice for a lot of our builds. These engines are super compact lengthwise. They allow us to get a great mix of cockpit and engine compartment space. They're incredibly reliable. You know, do your proper maintenance and oil changes and these engines are going to last you 300-400 hours without issue. And there's lots of great service and parts availability for these engines in North America, Europe, wherever you are in the world. It's a great option to have in the boat. Here on the back left-hand side, the driver shoulder check area, we have some of our coolant outlet fittings and our bilge pump outlet fitting. I've talked about this in some past videos. We love to install these fittings in this location so that when you're driving, you can do a quick check over your shoulder and make sure that you have water flowing out of your cooling system, nothing's clogged, or you can see that your bilge pump is working correctly as well. On the opposite side of the boat, we have our Minijet gas cap there, ready to go at an easy fill location. And then again, we have some bilge pump and bypass outlet fittings. In this case, customer has opted for a second bilge pump. So one's on each side of the boat. So there's an outlet on each side of the boat. And then all the way here at the very back of the boat, this is the standard swim deck setup for the Minijet Ambush. It's a little bit different than some of our past A211 models. You're going to notice that this rear wing section here in the back has been pulled rearward. We've done this to open up some interior space in the engine compartment for improved packaging of our heat exchanger, our intercooler, and our sand trap fittings. So that is all living behind this area on the rear swim deck. It's also given us more room to fit our bilge blower equipment. The bilge blower outlet is here with a protective cap that prevents water from going back into the boat if you do take a wave over the back transom. We've also equipped some grab rails on the back here. This is a great option again for pushing and pulling the rear of the boat if you ever get it stuck. And then down lower, we can see the transom arrangement and jet drive setup on this boat. We've gone for a trimmable nozzle with a cast reverse bucket, and the unique features of this transom really come down to our pump guards here that are included standard on every single boat. These protect the expensive pump equipment, and then the entire design of this pod is meant to increase the rear flotation on these boats and help get you a little bit more hull displacement. A lot of jet boats have a flat style transom at the back here and you lose these couple gallons of water displacement, and with this added displacement, the rear of the boat sits higher, floats better, gets unplaned faster. It's been a real popular addition in all of our models, and we've added it to a couple other boats as well in the shop. So on this Ambush as well, we've got transom tie downs, all of our regular fittings for strakes and chines, lifting protection and stuff like that. And we have a 1/2 inch thick layer of UHMW that's become pretty standard on all of our builds as well. This boat is heading off to a customer in a much warmer climate. They won't have to deal with the snow and the sleet like we're doing in this video today. And we hope to get some great photos of it on the water with that customer, and then we'll share those guys with you soon. And we'll see it on the water and see what it can do out there. If you guys have any questions about the Minijet Ambush, you know who to call, you know how to get in touch with us. Sales@Minijet.ca, Phone 613-605-2628. Send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Choose your social media method. All of our handles are at Minijet Inc. We'll be happy to talk to you and build you your very own Minijet Ambush. We'll see you on the water.